What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Take number 4. I love really high lumen flashlights, obnoxiously high lumen flashlights, and I love unique form factor flashlights, something that's not just the round tube. So today we have the Wuben X1 Falcon. I hope I'm saying the name of the brand right. The first thing I noticed was that shape, was that unique form factor. I love the rectangle shape. Not only do I think it looks really good, but it feels really good in the hand as well. The second thing I noticed was the huge lumens, 12,000 lumens. Has a bunch of different settings that we're going to go over in a second, but up to 12,000 lumens. When you turn this thing on, it's like the sun up close and personal. It is just a wall of light. It is crazy. All right, let's get into the modes. So it has 7 different modes really. The 5 regular light modes: eco, low, medium, high, and turbo. The low starts at 20 lumens, 220 hour runtime, goes up to turbo, which is up to 12,000 lumens. It does have a step down like all lights. All lights have a step down. They will overheat if they don't. The step down's down to 3,000 lumens, which is still ridiculous for 1.7 hours. Now, as far as candela, this is not a candela monster. This is more of a wall of light. This is not going to shine out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of yards, but for closer up, it is a huge wall of light. So the candela starts at 21 and goes up to 23,000 candela. Still pretty respectable candela numbers. The 6th mode is going to be strobe. The strobe is 3,000 lumens. It is painful to try to look at. My coworker flashed me in the eye by accident with strobe, and it sucked. I was seeing spots for hours. It was terrible. It also has an SOS mode as well. The SOS mode is 200 lumens. All right, let's get into the controls. The controls are not hard, so don't let me discourage you, but you do have to play with them 2 or 3 times. I did not read the manual. I just played around for 5 minutes, and I figured it out on my own because I'm a man. Men don't read manuals. All right, a quick press, the light's going to turn on. Now, if you hold it while it's turned on, it's going to cycle through most of the modes. It's going to go eco, low, medium, high, and then revert back to the beginning. Whatever setting you leave, a quick tap turns it off. And then whatever setting you leave it, you turn it off on, was the same setting that it turns back on. Now, from any setting when the light is turned on, if you double tap, you get turbo mode, and the turbo mode is just stupid bright. So much light coming out of the flashlight. Now, if the light is off and you want to go directly to turbo mode, a double tap gets you directly to the turbo mode. A triple tap is going to get you to the strobe, and oh my god, it's painfully bright. Each of the 5 main settings are programmable as well. Let me turn this off so it doesn't mess up my camera. Are programmable. So eco, low, medium, high. So when you have the light turned on any of the settings, if you tap the button and then quickly press it a second time and hold it, what it does, every setting has a predetermined range of lumens. And I'll put it up here on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But as you hold the button, it goes from the low range in that section up to the high. And when it gets to the tippy top or the bottom, the light flashes to let you know this is the brightest it goes. And then it circles back down and gets dimmer. And it really lets you customize the light how you want in every single setting. If you want the eco mode to be super low or a little higher, you can kind of geek out and make it as customizable as you want. The last 2 features I'll go over is going to be the lockout mode. You push that button 4 times to get it in or out of the lockout mode. And then it also has a factory reset. So you hit the button once, you pause for like a quarter of a second, you hit the button twice, pause for a quarter of a second, hit the button 3 times, and it's going to reset all of your settings back to the factory mode. So if you play around with that program of the brightness and you don't want it and you want to go back to the factory setting, that reset takes 2 seconds. It's pretty easy. All right, let's get into a few more features on the light. On the bottom here, you see that it has 4 different screws. You take those screws out and you can replace the batteries, which is great. So if you have problems with the batteries or you need to refresh them years from now, you can do so. It takes a 21,700, takes 2 21,700 batteries, and those things are huge. They last for a long time. The body's aluminum, and I think the design that Wuben put on here is very aesthetically pleasing. It's just, I don't know, I really do like the way that it looks. The charger is USB-C, which is also great. I prefer USB-C over anything else. It just charges things much faster. Most of my devices take USB-C now as well, so I was happy to see that. Now, the other cool thing, this thing does have a fan built in and a heatsink. So all these really bright lights, they get really hot. And when they do, the light can overheat, God forbid, blow up, whatever. So when you run this light for a little while, that fan kicks on automatically when it needs to, and the fan is pretty quiet. Well, I'm going to let you get close up with the fan in just a second. There's also a heat sink to move some of that heat away from the LED. So that's pretty cool that they put it in there. Lets you run the light longer without it overheating, which is great. And it says it's a waterproof fan, and the light is waterproof. But the thing is, on the internet, the manual, the box, I couldn't find out how deep it's waterproof. So I was afraid to test the waterproof ability of this light because I couldn't find how deep you could put it underwater, even though the fan is waterproof. So I didn't know what to do. So I didn't do any waterproof testing because I was a little afraid. But anyway, 2-second break. Let you get up close, hear the fan. It's very, very quiet, and I'll be right back. All right, you can take a look at the dimensions of the light, the weight of the light. It's a chunky little light. The price right now at the time I'm making this video is around $179, which I think is a good deal for a light with so many lumens and so many features. It does come with this little case if you want the case, nice little box manual, and I will put some affiliate links down in the video description if you want to pick up this light or anything else from Wuben. Hook me up, use those links. If not, no big deal. I still love you. The last thing I want to talk about the light is going to be the LEDs. This thing is crazy with the 3 LEDs out the front. Of course, they're Cree LEDs, and it has a very cool white temperature. Like if you ever used a Surefire light, they have that warm yellowish kind of temperature. This is not that type of light. And I'm not going to debate. There's pros and cons to both. It's a 6,000 Kelvin light, and it's a very, very warm light. All right, it's time for a beam check. Now, I don't know if I have anything I'm going to compare this to because most of the lights I have are weapon-mounted lights, and they're much lower lumens and much higher candela, so I have nothing to compare this to in this range. If I think of something, I'll bring it outside with me. But let's go do a quick beam check, and then I'll be back to tell you my pros and cons.
Good evening. Let's see. Eco. Low, medium, high, low, medium, high, eco, low, medium, high, eco, turbo, whoa. Look at your boy's pool. Yeah, buddy. Clean. I don't mess around. Eco, low, medium, high, eco, low, medium, high, turbo. Holy crap. My neighbors are gonna hate me. Eco, low, medium, high. Eco, low, medium, high. Eco. Double tap, turbo.
Before I do pros and cons, I do want to tell you about the testing that I've done on this light so you know that I've used it a little bit. I've had it for about a month, and I've used it just for general around the property general around the property type tasks. For example, every night I go check on my chickens and I put it on eco mode so I don't blind them. I just wanted to get as much use as possible and everyday use over and over and over. I did take it on a trip on a plane as well. Every time I go on a trip somewhere, I went to a Brownells event, and I went to a Sig Sauer event. And I always bring a flashlight with me, and I figured brand new light, I might as well take it with me on the plane. Didn't use it all that much. Every other week in my neighborhood we have movie night on the beach. It's really cool. My neighbors set up a projector on the beach. We go down there, watch it, and I brought this light back and forth for that. And the other thing I did, they sell a bike mount for this light. So I haven't used it yet. I just ordered the bike mount, waiting for it to come in because I just got a really awesome electric bike from Magnum Bikes. This thing is really, really cool, and I've been using the bike a lot, and then once I get the mount for this flashlight, I will put it on my bike because it's so easy just to tap that button and go through the different settings. I think it would be a good fit for the bike. All right, so the pros. The first two things I mentioned, obviously the unique form factor and the incredibly high lumens bright light. Those are the two biggest pros that I have. What else did I write down? I forgot. The interface is kind of cool. While there's a lot of usefulness in the interface, it's not all that difficult to figure out. Like I said, it took me 5 minutes. Now that you're watching this video, it should probably only take you 2 minutes. I like the USB-C, and I like that you can replace batteries. I hate lights that you cannot replace those batteries. As far as cons, I don't really have a con. If I wanted a really big, really bright flashlight, this is kind of how I would design it. It has exactly what I would want. Now, it's not an EDC light. Again, the company has smaller lights that will work better as an EDC. Now you could put it on this belt clip and clip it on your belt, and people will make fun of you if you wanted to, but I'm sure people do. But it's not a typical EDC size. I think it's a little big for me to EDC, but they have other lights if that's what you want. So overall, my first experience with Wuben has been a good one. So far, so good. I cannot talk about the long-term durability, but a month or so in, they designed the light cool, looks good, works well. You know, I think Wuben, however you say it, is trying to go after that OLED Phoenix crowd, flashlights made overseas, stupid high lumens. And that's going to be tough. Both those companies have a very loyal following, so I wish them well. I think the one thing that will help them is to work on get a US-based affiliate marketing program, someone here in the States to help them out. But anyway, that's nothing to do with the product of the review. I was just getting sidetracked. Thanks to Wuben for sending me this flashlight. It's very, very much appreciated. Again, there's some affiliate links down there if you want to pick anything up from this company. Use those links. I appreciate it. Definitely helps me out. Now, I started an email list, so I keep on getting comments on my page about, oh, you've put out 10 videos, 5 videos, I haven't seen your video in 6 months. And I get the comments constantly on Instagram and especially on YouTube, and I kind of get sick of it, so I started an email list. So if you want to be notified when I come out with a new video, I'm not going to spam you like crazy. As of right now, I'm going to put out 1 email per month. In the future, I'm going to put out 1 email per week once I'm sure I have the time to do that consistently. So if you want to sign up, the website is TiberiousGib.com. Very easy to sign up. The link is down in the video description if you don't want to type it out. Appreciate it. Helps me out. Not only will you get notified of the videos I put out, I'm always sharing a lot of good gun and gear deals. I'm also always doing giveaways. Every month I do a giveaway as well, and that's the easiest way to keep track of it. So if you want to sign up for the email list and make sure I can communicate with you directly, I appreciate it. It helps me out. We have swag, which I forgot to put on. I'm sorry. But we have Tiberious shirts and we have patches. The shirts are soft, athletic. They fit great. They feel great. They're top-notch quality. They're made by TriStar Trading Company. Of course, the link is down in the video description. If you want to support the channel, that is another great way to do so. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I am done talking, but I appreciate you watching. If you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, enable the bell notifications. If you don't do that, Santa is going to get this flashlight and put the strobe in your eyes and blind you next Christmas. Sorry for the dad jokes. I'll see you guys later. Peace.